Hey, welcome back to another video. It's always a pleasure to be here with you and to do this and share a bit of some philosophy, a bit of insight from a shadow coach. And we're always looking for new ways to reach people, to bring out some of that inner fire, inner passion, to help you to live a really big life. And that's what this channel is all about. And I'm trying to increasingly become more real with you, more grounded, more whole, because for someone starting out a YouTube channel and trying to make videos, you delve into your own persona and you try to put on a front, put on a face, and make sure that everything you say is perfect. And I don't want to do that so much anymore. I want to just be real and here with you because we're all in the same boat. We're all struggling. We're all trying to find our own unique pathway to healing some of the stuff that we've been through. I'm sure all of you watching have a really interesting story to tell, just like I've got a story to tell as well. But I definitely want to find something very useful for all of you. And I want to talk today about more flesh out what I was talking about the exile and coming home. So we kind of live in a society that encourages this nature of the exile, the person who is cast out. And this is definitely something that messes with our innate instincts. It's something that plays on our own DNA, everything that makes humans what we are. There's a reason that I look at everything in modern society through a tribal lens. It's because for the past, let's be bold and say 500,000 years, some people argue more, it's 200, but it's a long time. Like our species has been as we are for a very long time. There's been some changes. We've gotten a bit taller. We're a bit more tolerant to lactose. There's some things that have happened, but not much. We're pretty much identical to our earliest ancestors. And for hundreds of thousands of years, we have lived in a very, very specific way in nature, in the earth. Every tribe has a divergence of culture. We do things slightly differently, but we have the same innate psychology. We have the same innate building blocks within us, and this is programmed into our DNA. Every new generation that's born has an update to that information, but it has the same foundation. What I'm trying to get at is you can't have a species that's evolved a certain way for hundreds of thousands of years and then change it. It's the same. You are the same. You have the same instinct. So your nature and their nature is inseparable. You are a living culmination of thousands of lifespans, one after the other. And all the lessons that they have learned, all the pain that they've gone through, all the struggle, all the survival, it's all built into your genes. It's all built into your blood, into your bone. So we are deeply connected to that. That's why I look at things through that lens of the tribal, because it's only been such a tiny margin of time for our species to live this way. A snippet, a blink, a moment, and suddenly everything's radically different, but we're not. It's been quite an amazing, intense explosion for humanity in this profoundly amazing way, but we've become neurotically detached because we've created everything we could have ever dreamed of. Food that's available, transportation, instant communication with anyone around the world. It's like some crazy fever dream. But our minds, how are we supposed to keep up? How are we supposed to keep up on the instinctive level, on the emotional level, to all these big changes? And suddenly, I think the biggest change has been split of the families. We're not geared for that. We're social beings. We're social creatures. We're supposed to be living in big groups of interconnected people. And there's absolutely a great pain that comes from how modern life has split us all up. We're not supposed to be like that. And a lot of the neurosis and the pains and the problems that we have has its basis in that root, has its basis in that foundation of the division. I'd like to read a poem. This is by someone who was very influential to me. The poet's name is William Blake. And there's a particular poem. I just want to read a part of it, not the whole thing, because it's quite a big poem, that really sung to me what I'm trying to describe here. And yeah, let's go something like this. He who respects the infant's faith triumphs over hell and death. The child's toys and the old man's reasons are the fruits of the two seasons. The questioner, who sits so sly, shall never know how to reply. He who replies to words of doubt doth put the light of knowledge out. The strongest poison ever known came from Caesar's laurel crown. Naught can deform the human race like the armor's iron brace. When golden gems adorn the plough, to peaceful arts shall envy bow. A riddle or the cricket's cry is to doubt a fit reply. The emmet's inch and eagle's mile make lame philosophy to smile. He who doubts what he sees will ne'er believe. Do what you please. If the sun and moon shall doubt, they immediately go out. To be in passion, you good may do, but no good if a passion is in you. The whore and gambler by the state, licensed, built that nation's fate. The harlots cry from street to street, so we shall weave old England's winding street. The winners shout, the losers curse, dance before dead England's hearse. Every night and every morn, some to misery are born. Every morn and every night, some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to endless night. We are led to believe a lie when we see not through the eye, which was born in a night to perish in a night, when the soul slept in beams of light. God appears and God is light to those poor souls who dwell at night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day? Now, it's basically a really beautiful way of saying that in the separation that some experience, the ones who are exiled in life, their life feels like endless night. And to those who are connected to their communities, to the people around them, every day is sweet delight. Yeah, we can come back to that in ourselves. We can come back to that sweet delight by coming home into ourselves. I'm not sure if anyone really knows what that means, but it's the truth. You have to come home to yourself. And what that means is not denying yourself. It means allowing yourself to be real, to be who you actually are, and to not give anyone else the power to alter that. And it's scary because we genuinely are terrified of who we are. A lot of us are. We don't want to show our true face because to show our true face, to be vulnerable like that, means that we can absolutely be rejected, and that hurts deep. So we hide. We hide parts of ourselves until we feel we can trust someone and we can start to open up to them. But what would happen if you would just open? And what if people's rejection didn't hurt? Because in being completely open, you actually saw them as yourself. That sounds a bit crazy, but the truth is you can only see in others what's in you. When you have that perception, when you have that understanding, and you open up, everything becomes a mirror. You still see the individual. They're still individuals with their own stories, but you understand that what they're showing you, what it makes you feel with their actions and their words, is only a part of yourself. You can't see from their eyes. You can only see through yours. And that's what I mean. So opening up, and when people reject you, what they're showing you is the part of you that feels that rejection. That's a real part of you. And you don't have to necessarily allow that to stay the same. What I mean is the part of you that's afraid of being rejected and feels the pain of rejection, you can actually communicate with. You can change the dialogue. You can change the perspective. You can alter it. This is something that you need guidance to do. It's not something that comes naturally to people to have these very deep and transformative conversations. This is what we're encouraging here. Sorry, this is what I am encouraging here. I say we because this is something that I know that lots of therapists, psychologists, and shadow coaches seek to actively do for people is to help you to see that you actually have that control, that it's not even control, it's more of an allowance. You have the ability to allow this process to occur. And when you do that, things change. Things get better. Things get sweeter. You allow in the beauty of life. You allow in the beauty of deep connections and of deeply and authentically expressing yourself as you are, not the version of you that the world has told you is something that you need to be. You don't need to be anything except for yourself to be valid. You were born to express a very unique character set of traits, pattern, mold, energy. You have a unique form. Every single person is different. Any parent will tell you that a child is born and one child will be completely different to the next. You have an innate essence to you. And your only job in this life is to express that. You can take on all sorts of duties and roles and take on sacrifices and dedicate yourself to certain things. But at the core, at the root, your job is just to be you. That's it. It's really simple. The greatest truths of life are the simplest. And if you know that, then maybe you won't feel like such an exile. And maybe your life path is a lonely one. Maybe you weren't supposed to have a lot of people around you. And that's okay because if you're being authentic, if you're being real, you don't need to have many interactions. Maybe you don't need the mirror so much from other people. Maybe you just need your self mirror. Maybe you just need to be comfortable in your own skin. And that will help. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been a fun thing to explore, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.